Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel YVS Crochet Art. Today I'm super excited to share a beautiful and easy dye project with you all. A crocheted curtain tieback. This simple yet elegant design will not only keep your curtains neatly tied, but also add a handmade touch of charm to your home decor. Whether you're a beginner or experienced in crochet, you'll be able to follow along and create your own stylish curtain holder. If you enjoy this tutorial, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more crochet ideas. And if you like to watch in your own language, just turn on the audio dub option in the video settings. For now, without getting delay, let's get started. Now let's work on the base of the tie. For that, we need 3.5 mm hook and acrylic yarn or a cotton yarn. Now work on a slip knot. Okay, now work on 7 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, now skip the first stitch and into the second stitch we have to work on a single crochet. Into the next work on one 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 single crochet. And into the last work on one single crochet. So far we have to work on 6 single crochets. Okay. Now work on one chain and flip the work to the opposite side. Now we have to work on a single crochet stitches in all 6 stitches. So far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Into the last stitch, work on 6th single crochet. Again work on one chain and flip the work to the opposite side and work on 6 single crochets in all the works. So far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, again work on one chain and flip to the opposite side. Like this we have to work on 32 rounds to work on a base. I'll meet you at the end. Now after working on the base part, this is the base part, let's work on the hanging part. Okay, for hanging part, insert the same color yarn into the first chain. And join the yarn to the base and work on chains. Okay, now I'm going to hide the tail of the yarn into the stitch. Like this. Now we have to work on the number of chains depend upon the increasing order. Okay, so I have added 3 strands of chains on the right side and 3 strands of chains on the left side. So the strand should be of increasing size. Okay, starting from 30 chains, the first strand should be 30, second of 50, third of 70, fourth of 90, 5th of 110, 6th of 140. Like that it should be in increasing order. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Look, I have worked on the chain. This strand consists of around 80 chains. Now pull the tail of the yarn and cut to some extent so that when we attach the flowers, the bells, it will be easy for us to work on. Okay, so the next strand I'm skipping 2 stitches, and into the center part attach the same color yarn again. Okay, now again hide the tail of the yarn into the stitches as shown, and again work on the same stitches, but it should be in either increasing order or either decreasing order. So look, I have completed the hanging part. Total of 6 strands, 3 strands on the right side and 3 strands on the left side. Now let's see the tutorial of the bell part. Okay, for working on a bell part, first we have to start with a magic circle and work on 1 chain. Release your fingers and adjust the size of the ring. Now into the magic circle we have to work on single crochet. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So for 6 single crochets, close the magic circle and make a slip stitch into the starting single crochet. Round 1 completed. Now round 2, work on 1 chain, and into the first stitch we have to work on 2 single crochets. We have to increase with 1 more single crochet into the same stitch. So far we'll get 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. 2 single crochets into the next stitch, 1 and 2. 2 single crochets into the third stitch. So far 1 and 2. 2 single crochets into the fourth stitch. 1 and 2. Again into the fifth, work on 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. And into the last and the finals, into the 6th stitch, work on 2 single crochets. Like that we have to work on 12 single crochets in round 2. Now make a slip stitch into the starting single crochet. Now from round 3 we are going to work on 1 single crochet into the first stitch. After working on 1 single crochet into the first stitch, mark the stitch. So from this round onwards we are not going to work on slip stitches. Okay, now into the second stitch work on 1 single crochet. Into the third stitch work on 1 single crochet. Into the fourth work on 1 single crochet. Into the fifth work on 1 single crochet. Into the sixth work on 1 single crochet. Into the seventh work on 1 single crochet. Into the eighth work on 1 single crochet. Into the 9th, work on 1 single crochet. Into the 10th, work on 1 single crochet. Into the 11th, work on 1 single crochet. Into the 12th, work on 1 single crochet. So far we have to work on 12 single crochets in 12 stitches. And there we came back into the first stitch where we have marked, remove it and work on 1 single crochet into the first stitch instead of a slip stitch. Okay, now again mark the first stitch where we have done. Again into all stitches we have to work on 12 single crochet. So far 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 and 12. Into the last stitch work on 12 single crochet. Total of 12 single crochets in this round. Now again into the starting stitch, remove the stitch marker and work on 1 single crochet. Now mark the first stitch and again work on 12 single crochets around the 12 stitches. In the same manner we have to work till 8th round. Look, I have worked on 12 single crochets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Till 8th round I have worked on 12 single crochets in 12 stitches and at last work on a slip stitch into the next stitch. Now we are going to work on the petal part. For that work on 1, 2, 3 chain, skip the next stitch and into the second stitch work on a slip stitch. Okay, again work on 3 chain, skip the first stitch, into the second stitch work on a slip stitch. Skipping the first, into the second work on a slip stitch. Okay, now work on 3 chain again, skip the first stitch and into the second stitch we have to work on a slip stitch. Again work on 3 chain, skip the first, into the second work on a slip stitch. Again work on 3 chain, skip the first stitch and into the second stitch work on a slip stitch. Work on 3 chain, skip the first and into the last stitch work on a slip stitch. Like this we have to work on 6 sets of 3 chains. Okay, look like this. So far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, now into the first chain space, 3 chain space, work on a single crochet stitch and work on double crochet stitch into the same chain space. So far 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, now into the same stitch or chain space work on 1 single crochet. Into the next chain space work on 1 single crochet again and work on 5 double crochet into the same chain space. So far 1, 3, 4 and 5, and again into the same stitch work on a single crochet. Okay, like this work on into each and every chain space. Work till the end. Look, I have completed all the 6 petals. Okay, now at last we have to work on a slip stitch into the last stitch. Plus 1 chain and cut the remaining yarn. Now with the help of a tapestry needle, hide the tail of the petal into the body of the bell and cut it off. Now we have to attach these flowers, bell flowers, to the hangings of the curtain tie. Okay, like that we have to attach. Now insert the hook, insert the tail of the strap into the tapestry needle and flip the flower or the bell to the back side, to the wrong side. Okay, there, that's the strand of the magic circle. Now insert the needle into middle part of the bell. Now tie the tail of the strand and the tail of the magic circle together as shown. Now after tying it, flip the work to the front side of the bell like this. Look, it will be looking like this. In the same manner, tie all the bells to all the strands of the base. Now let's crochet the flower part. For that we have to start with a magic circle. Now work on 3 chain, consider it as 1 double crochet. Now work on double crochet stitches into the magic circle. So far 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Like this we have to work on 16 double crochets in round 1, complete till the end. After working on 16 double crochets, close the magic circle and make a slip knot into the starting 3 chain. Okay, make a slip knot. Now round 2, work on 3 chain, consider it as 1 double crochet and work on 1 more double crochet into the same stitch. 2 double crochets in 1 stitch. Into the next stitch work on 2 double crochets. And into the next work on 2 double crochets. Like that in every stitch we have to work on 2 double crochets. At final we have to get 32 double crochets. Work till the end. Look, I have worked on 32 double crochets and make a slip stitch into the starting third chain. Okay, plus one chain and cut the remaining yarn. Now for round 3, I have taken white color yarn and hold the tail of the previous round and join the white yarn to round 2. Now round 3. Okay, work on 3 chain, consider it as 1 double crochet and into the next stitch work on increase of a double crochet, that means 2 double crochet into the next stitch. One and 2, and into the next work on 1 double crochet again, and into the second stitch work on 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Again work on 1 double crochet into the next stitch and work on 2 double crochet into the second stitch. Like this we have to work on till the end. Now work on a slip stitch into the starting 3 chain, into the third chain, plus 1 chain and cut the remaining yarn. Now I have taken the first color yarn and joined to the previous round 3. Now work on 4 chain and skip 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and into the next stitch there we have to work on a slip stitch or a single crochet stitch. Again work on 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and into the next stitch work on a single crochet. Again work on 4 chain, skip 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and into the next stitch work on a single crochet. In the same way work till the end. After working, make a slip stitch into the starting single crochet where we have started the chain spaces. Now we are going to work on the petals of the flower. Into the next chain space we have to work on a slip stitch. Okay, now work on 3 chain, consider it as 1 double crochet, and work on a double crochet stitches into the chain space. So far 2, 3 and 4. Okay, now work on 3 chain and into the same chain space work on 4 double crochet again. So far 1, 2, 3 and 4, like this. Okay, and into the next chain space we have done 4 chains right, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Into the third stitch work on a single crochet. Into the third stitch of the chain space we have to work on 1 single crochet, and into the fourth stitch we have to work on 1 single crochet, like this. Again into the next chain space work on 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Work on 3 chain, 1, 2, 3 and same work on 4 double crochet into the same chain space. So far 1, 2, 3 and 4, like this. Okay, again into the next chain space, skip the first 2 and into the third and fourth stitches we have to work on a single crochet. 1 single crochet into the third chain and 1 single crochet into the fourth chain. Again into the next chain space we have to work on 4 double crochets, 3 chain and 4 double crochet into the same chain space. Like this, work till the end. So after completing everything till the last, into the third chain again into the next chain space, work on a single crochet and into the next stitch work on a single crochet. Now in the starting 3 chain space into the second chain work on a slip stitch plus 1 chain and cut the remaining yarn. So the flower petals has been ready. Now let's make the border part. For that, attach white color yarn to the middle of the petal. Now work on a chain. Work on 1, 2, 3. Work on 3 chain. Into the same chain space, work on a single crochet again. Now work on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains. Into the same chain space again work on a single crochet. And again work on 3 chain, 1, 2 and 3. And into the same chain space work on a single crochet. Into the same chain space we have to work on single crochet, 3 chain, single crochet, 5 chain, single crochet, 3 chain and single crochet. Now work on 1, 2, 3 and 4 chain and into the next, there down in the previous row we have done third double crochet, right in there we have to work on a long single crochet stitch like this. Okay, again work on 4 chain. Okay, into the next space there in middle of the petal work on a single crochet. Again work on 3 chain, 1, 2, 3. Work on a single crochet. Work on 5 chain again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the same stitch work on a single crochet. Work on 3 chain and into the same chain space work on a single crochet like this. Again work on 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4 and again into the previous round into the third double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. There, right there, work into that stitch, work on a long single crochet stitch again. Okay, again work on 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4 and into the next space there work on single crochet, 3 chain, single crochet, 5 chain, single crochet, 3 chain again. 1, 2, 3 and work on a single crochet into the same chain space. 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the same chain space again a single crochet and again work on 3 chain, 1, 2, 3. into the same chain space, work on a single crochet. Like this, in the same manner, work till the end. So after completing the flower part, now let's take the base of the curtain. Either we can glue it or just we can sew it with the help of the thread. I'm just using the glue to stick the flower to the base part.